Hidden within the middle of the quaint confines of the small town of Hubbard, Ohio, is a big, bold testament of art that embodies everything Mike Egan represents. Creativity is simply part of his bones.
I think I always drew as a kid, through kindergarten on, and it was always something I just did. I think I was kind of like left to myself as a kid, so it was always just like pencils, crayons, and paper. Kept up with it through high school, and then decided to go to school in Edinburgh University in Pennsylvania. Studied fine arts there, focused on printmaking, and I got out of school and was like, well, I don't know what to do now.
What he did was get a job with the airlines. His first day was September 11th of 2001. Yep, September 11th. That's when Mike decided to go a completely different route.
I ended up going to mortuary school in Pittsburgh. It seems like an obvious choice, right?
No.
Artist.
No.
So I did that for a year, and then another 4 or 5 years after that, I was a full-time embalmer at funeral homes in different areas. The whole time I just kept painting and figuring out art and what I wanted to do with it. And I think one of the big things that helped me along was the birth of social media.
What started with just a simple MySpace page has turned into a 30,000 plus audience on Instagram alone. Everything Mike creates has a balance of life and death. Galleries across the country and globe feature his work, and they sell out in every show.
It's amazing. I mean, to know that I think a lot of us creatives kind of have that feeling that's well, tomorrow this is all going to be over, and it just doesn't. It just keeps growing and growing. So it's just it's an amazing feeling that you keep getting new fans all the time and new opportunities as an artist, and it just becomes a career.
Speaking of growing and growing, that brings us to the largest mural Mike has ever created. This piece is on the back of the Gasser Chair Company's 300 Erie Street location in the heart of Hubbard.
I guess this has kind of become a spot where people will come back and kind of hang out, and there was a bunch of kind of crude graffiti on the wall, and the Gasser family was we kind of want to paint over this and clean it up and make it look really nice. So my idea was to have these giant cats that kind of a form of protection for the wall. It was hey, you know what? We're here to keep this place safe. So, and of course, I'm going to be incorporating skulls that are still kind of a part of my history. So, I always like to incorporate myself into the work.
The mural cannot be seen from the street, and that was done on purpose.
Yeah, it becomes a treasure hunt, for people. We'll give out the address, and people can come back and take photos and see the art, but it's certainly not what you would consider public art, where it would be on the side of a wall in a city where people are walking past it all the time.
So for this Moon Township native, current Boardman resident, art school graduate turned aviation expert to an embalmer who embodies all emotions, Mike Egan can now add world-famous and successful artist to his resume.
Are your parents proud of you?
I think so. I think for a long time, most parents, they would be oh, you want to be an artist? Cool. How are you going to make money? But I think I had to prove myself to them. My mom and dad are very hard-working, working-class people, and I had to just kind of be I'm going to be okay. Don't worry about it.